What is up, guys, and we're back. So we've doubled our net worth since the last episode, which means we're really trending in the right direction. If we keep this progress up by episode 7 or 8, we're going to be looking at a net worth of around 1 to 2 million. Anyway, we're back in the shop. Everything seems to be running. Now, if you remember from the last episode, where we left off was we deleted all of our low quality pseudo, finally. It looks like our shelves are actually in pretty good nick as well. And our deposit limit has opened. So we actually put in a lot of work in the last episode to set everything up. There is a couple things that I need to do before we start pumping these shelves back full of pseudo. Is we're going to re-optimize our employees. So this is going to take a bit of playing around. But essentially I'm just going to unassign everyone their stations. I think these handlers probably need to be redone as well. We've got some weird things going on where one will be packing and the other one will be grabbing individual jars from the shelves and putting it in to the packing station as he packs it. So we're going to have to change things up. Now, I have more in-depth guides on my channel. If you want to watch the whole optimization process, I have plenty of videos on my channel that goes into depth about automation and optimization. So just have a peek into my videos. There'll be some guides in the description as well on how to set things up. But I'm just going to play around with these assignments and just see how we go. First and foremost, I'm going to take all of the money out of the briefcase just so we can stop production. Now I might let these cycle through while I go and pick up some more pseudo. So we haven't touched these employees yet. We will in a second. We just have a few things that we're going to do while they cycle the factory. So we went to go meet up with Shirley, and actually her new location that she gave us was the mayor's house, which seems like, okay, that's a little bit inconvenient going to the mayor's house, but because that is in Uptown or the new suburbia region, and considering how early we are in the game, that's actually a pretty good sign that we're tracking forward, you know, at a much faster rate than expected. Obviously, I'm not a huge fan of skateboarding and running around. I have to jump off the skateboard every time I want to talk to you because it's so loud. A van is pretty high on the priority list. 6,400 for 80 of our new quality pseudo. Yes, we're not going to be able to, so we're going to have to come back for it. The amount I'm learning from you guys in the comments is actually, it's pretty crazy. So obviously, if you know who you are, whoever said jumping to increase your speed, thank you for that, because look how much faster we're going. So if you didn't know, jumping along in the skateboard increases your speed. There's a helpful little tip from the comment section. Well, you can pick up some speed. Check that out. Okay, so our factory is producing at a pretty crazy rate, and that's good because all of our dealers have just run out of product. Okay, so we tried to sneak back to the factory and it did not go as planned. Now we're going to use some of the tips that we've got from you guys to try and see whether we can lose this wanted very quickly. Comment that I got was hide under the overpass, so we're going to give that a go. And if this works, this is pretty convenient because it's right next to... Is this Molly? Hello. Great. Excellent, so she just ran out of product right then, so we were right next to where we want to go, and we didn't get harassed at all. We just got to see whether we can sneak back into this warehouse. We're going to go the long way around. I'm interested to know, anyone who's played recently since the most recent patch, I think the patch was about 6 hours ago from the time this video is being recorded. Has anyone noticed an increase in police presence? I have definitely noticed police being a bit more persistent. So here's a little back entrance. If you don't know about it, you can go right around and come in through this door here. I don't know if I'm going to make it. We're going to give it a go. We definitely did not make it. So we're just going to run straight inside. Police are nearby. Oh. So we're going to try the trash can. I've tried this a few times and it hasn't worked for me, so hopefully this works. I can hear them running around. It's pretty eerie. Okay, so it did work. Are they in my house? No, I don't think they're in my house. Cool. Back to the warehouse we go. Grabbing the last of our phosphorus. And back to the bungalow. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to assign the furthest left handler. We're going to unassign him from his packing station. Okay. So we've got a fresh handler here. We're going to reassign him actually to this packing station. And then his job is going to be putting jars onto his own packing station. And secondly, he's going to be restocking the mixing supply. The other handler's primary job is going to be restocking the chemistry sets. Great, so we don't have handlers crossed over. So we have one managing the jars and the mixer, and the other just restocking the chemistry sets. Now we have a bit of an uneven number. Because we can only assign 3 stations to one chemist, but we have 4 in total, things are going to get a little bit weird. So the way I think I'm going to do it is I'm going to do this furthest right chemist is going to work 3 chemistry sets. And the next chemist, you guessed it, is going to work 3 lab ovens. Now we're just going to change the orientation a little bit. So we can see we've kind of got things skewed here. We have this one assigned here and this one assigned here. We want those both to be on that side. So we're going to go back to the Walter White looking character, who I believe is this man. Reassign him from this chemistry set to this chemistry set. Great, now we have an empty 2 chemistry sets right on the end, and we're going to assign that to the last chemist. Great, and now for finally we're going to be assigning her to the packaging station as well. So that somewhat evenly distributes our chemistry sets and lab ovens and mixing stations without too much of an overlap. So we're just going to make sure all corresponding chemistry sets are assigned to the right lab ovens. And then we're going to assign all of the lab ovens to... We're actually going to equally divide. So we're going to do half of the lab ovens to one shelf and the other half to another shelf. This just means if we have production breakdown somewhere along the line, we can still produce maximum shelves. So yeah, if we don't catch a system breakdown, production will not stop. It will keep going until we have 2 full shelves instead of just 1 full shelf. So that's why we're doing that. So I think it only makes sense to do the first 2 lab ovens to the first shelf, and then the second 2 to the second shelf. Now, this is where things are going to get, this is where we might make or break the operation. We have 1 spare slot on each packager. So we're going to assign the left from the first to the packaging station, and the second from the right to the packaging station. Ooh, I gotta do that again, I forgot. Then of course set the destination of the packaging station. Ooh, we need a shelf for this. Ah, look at this, we have a shelf right next to it. Great. Now, this should be operational. Keyword is should. And here you have it. A fully automated, systemized laboratory running out of the bungalow with fully stocked shelves, fully stocked mixing. No, we're going to go get some jars. Before we do that, let's just make sure they all are going to have enough in their briefcases. We are really cutting it fine. We have $179 left. And before we advance to the next day, we are going to go drop off all of our existing product to our dealers. Wow, we just picked up 3,900 from Benji. So that, I'm automatically going to put this into the briefcases of our employees. So that was perfect. That evenly divided up between all of our employees. So now all that's left to do is this is a fully stocked, fully set up laboratory. I really hope you're as excited as I am to see what kind of production we get out of this. All that's left to do is sleep and see the day 27. So we're really punching through the days here. We need to get this lab up and running. We lost a lot of days trying to run through all of our low quality pseudo before we moved on to high quality. So we're getting 2 labs running. We've got a chemist standing there. Why aren't you working? There's nothing for you to do right now. That doesn't seem true. No, that is correct. So he is assigned the 2 chemistry sets. He is assigned all of the lab ovens. So here comes our first packer. He grabbed 1 acid, and he's going to do the same. He's going to do this 6 times for each shelf. I suppose that's good. That's going to give us an updated kind of a flow chart on the product. So we're going to know exactly how much we're going to need to order to stock up these labs. So all Bunsen's have turned on somewhat efficiently. Within, I'd say that's a minute within each other. And that's about 30 seconds. So we have about a minute spread. And look, that's really not bad considering the product that we're producing. If it was something like a massively large scale Coca operation, similar to the videos that I've got on my channel for the docks, then I'd be a little bit concerned having a bit of a skewed production rate like this. Actually, it probably would matter less. The bigger the operation, such as that Coca operation, probably matters less. So, look, I'm not going to lose any sleep over a minute. I have done labs before where, you know, it has mattered, but in this case, I don't think it's going to matter. Great, so he did spread out evenly this phosphorus acid and the soda between the 4 tables, so that is step 1 looking pretty good. I think I'm just going to wait until these Bunsen's cycle. Okay, so the Bunsen burners are starting to turn off now. So the chemist is just going to turn the Bunsen burners straight back on. So our handler's jumped back in and he's automatically putting stuff back on the shelves. I suppose that's good and that's what we want. Though he is doing it pretty frequently. I think that's not a problem. Here we seem to have something interesting. He's kind of shoved me up the wall here. I really can't do anything. I'm gonna just have to wait for him to finish. Okay, so he's walking out. We still have, obviously we have some product here that's yet to go in the oven. I'm just wondering who's going to do that. Okay. Apparently I'm just in the way. Okay, so this is good. All of the lab ovens are being turned on relatively at the same time. Bit of a spread. But look, we're not going to worry about that. Someone did comment earlier saying the chemistry set... Oh no, I was about to get stuck again. The chemistry sets... It's a bit noisy in here. The chemistry sets have a longer timer than the lab ovens. That's not something I actually noticed before. So another clutch coming in from the comments. So maybe we could consider doing some sort of rearrangement. It's probably worth thinking about. I wonder how we could squeeze even more production. Because it looks like it's going to be a difference of... Could be even 2 minutes. I'm going to have a proper look next time and just see if we can kind of use that 2-minute difference to our advantage somehow. Standing over here because the lab oven is very noisy. I hope you're all as excited as me to see the product come out and how it cycles through the rest of our processing stage, and hopefully we just start getting jars appearing. Where are the jars going to appear? That's right here. While we've got a couple minutes to kill, I'm going to run over to the ATM and just see what our deposit limit is, and then see what day it is as well. So we've still got around 7,000 on our deposit limit, and it is Saturday. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of cash on us right now, but I'm thinking, do we go van or do we go laundromat first? I'm going to think about it a bit while we wait for these lab ovens to finish. I think because the van is 9,000, that's going to be pretty much the entirety of our weekly deposit limit, which is not going to leave us enough money to restock our shelves with mixer if we're producing a lot. So we're probably going to have to go with the laundromat just to stay safe. Otherwise we might put ourselves in a bit of a pinch unless we spread it out over the next 2 weeks, but I don't really want to wait 14 days. I think we can get the laundromat and the van within 14 days. Lab ovens are starting to ding. Product is now flowing into the shelves as it should. We're getting more dings. This door just opened. Okay, so there's a bit of a mistake here. We have unmixed product going into a jar. Fortunately, we will be able to fix that. So this was wrong. So we had that routed to the packing station when it should have been routed to the mixing station. So he has finished. We're going to reassign him back to his packing station. We're going to take that out. And we're just going to put that over there and unpackage that later. Unpackage it right now. We're just going to put it back on the shelf and just see whether he takes it to the mixing station now. So this packer here is very busy resupplying the shelves. As the Bunsen's go back on, he's kind of overlooking his 10 product here. Ideally, we want that to go onto the mixing station first before he restocks his shelves. But that's going to be something that's out of our control. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to shrink this back to one shelf and just have one person managing it. So we get 20 products, not 10 in the mixer at the same time. Okay, so he's a very busy man. So we're going to unassign him his route there. We're just going to delete that as well. And then we're going to have all of these lab ovens assigned to one shelf. So I was wondering why he didn't put the 4 into the shelf. It's because it's 4 a.m. so we're going to go to sleep. Dealer's made $5,000. Pretty good. Now, it's been a bit of mucking around, but because we're now cycling through days and nights, we're going to get a lot faster production. So we're going to really see what's going on here. Great, so we're getting 4 into this shelf. We're going to watch this man just to make sure he's going to do exactly what we want him to do. Great. And now we need to see this chemist here grab... Oh no, she's putting her finished product there. She needs to go to this mixing station. Eventually, what's she doing now? She's got to turn her Bunsen on. You know things are going good when you can't keep up with what is going on and product just starts appearing places. But once we start seeing more jars pump into here, we know things are going well. So we're seeing more product flow. He's just going to grab it and put it straight onto the mixing shelf. Great. Heaps of product now flowing into there. We just need the chemist to walk up to the mixing station and turn the thing on. Which he is doing right now. Wow, he's already got a cooked product here. Or mixed, I should say. That's going to go straight into jars. This is going down. That goes down. Jars get placed. Mixer should go onto the mixing station very soon. I believe he's going to do that once he fills up his jars. Grab the mixer, grab the mixer, grab the mixer. Yes, put it on the mixing station. Grab your product. Oh, he's putting more than... Grab the product, come on. Grab 20, put it on the shelf. Yes. And that completes the circuit. How good is that? We have everything cycling exactly how it should, and all we need to do is focus on these shelves right here. Jars. We've got jars for days. We've got overflows of jars here. We've got overflows of acid and phosphorus over here. Acid and phosphorus and pseudo. Wow, we've gone through a lot already. That is running like butter. Now all we're going to do is I'm going to take 2 jars. Oh wow, so we're just, yeah, we're not going to get a minute. I'm probably going to need another packaging station just for me. So the tip I received was packaging station Mark 1 for the employees. I think we're going to give that a go. I think I'm going to go buy, I'm going to collect some money off the dealers. I'm going to go buy a packaging station Mark 1 and then we're going to replace it and see if it's a lot faster. Great, look how close Molly was. And just like that, I'm reminded why I love this game. It's something about just setting up automated systems like that that just makes you feel, it's just super satisfying when things work. You know, like you have a design in your head, you have an idea, or it starts with an idea of how you want things to go. You think about it, you come up with a plan, and then you get some requirements, you start setting things up, you play with it, you tinker it with it a little. You watch how things perform, things start going the way you want, and then you refine until you get what you want. It is so much fun. I love it. Okay, so we're going to take this packaging station out once he's done, and we're going to put the new packaging station in and just see if we can see much of a difference. So we just put down an old packaging station. I'm going to put the other one here. Hopefully it doesn't get in the way too much, but this is what I'm going to use just to repackage some stuff. Okay, so we're going to have a look now to see how much faster his packing skills are on this station. Okay. Wow, okay, that's significantly faster. Significantly faster. But that was only 2 jars. So it'll be interesting to see, but I think we're going to leave it like this. We've already produced 10 jars. I think I'm going to... I want to expand in the new area, but I also don't want to be skateboarding around town. So I think we might wait on that. I'm just going to shoot over, grab a little bit more pseudo, just because we ran through quite a lot of material, just that initial phase of production. So I want to walk away from it without really worrying. Great, and there are our supply shelves fully stocked up. We just need a little bit of mixer now. There you have it, fully stocked jars. What did we produce? We produced fully stocked shelves. We produced 12 jars and 10 units here and another 8 in there. That's 20 jars. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Talk about an efficient factory. Haha. Great, is that Molly? She can take 10. Ooh, that was close. Wow, Benji had 3 grand on him. There are cops everywhere. I feel like we're going to have a bit of trouble tonight. Everything's running, so that means straight to bed. Wow, I did not expect to make a full video just inside the factory optimizing things. Got about 5 minutes left. I think what I'm going to do to close out the video is I'm going to shoot off across town and just expand the business. So that's kind of what the plan was for the last video, to set ourselves up so we can do that. And then I think next video We're going to look at acquiring the laundromat, and then I think we're going to get the laundromat and then the van, and then just focus on moving as much product as humanly possible until we get to the barn. So we didn't like that one. Oh, and that's right. If we can work on... Oh, I can't believe I didn't do this earlier. We can work on unlocking the new dealer now. Now that our production is at a rate that we can sustain it. Damn, so Eugene was actually pretty important for us there. If we unlocked Eugene, then we would have had access to the next dealer. So we're going to have to go the long way around if we want to do it today. I don't think we're going to be able to. We're going to have a go at Elizabeth while we're here. Okay, well, I looked everywhere and I couldn't seem to find her. Unless she's in the police station. I don't really want to walk up though. Great, he liked it. So I think we're just going to go back to the house, maybe grab some money off these dealers, and then we're probably going to call it an episode there. And then we're going to work on, for next episode, unlocking the third dealer, and then filling his pockets, and then making our way towards the laundromat and probably even the barn. I don't think we're going to have too many problems getting into the barn next episode, so yeah, I think that's going to be it. Thank you so much for watching. Seriously, the support you guys have shown on these videos is awesome. Can't wait to keep making more content for you guys. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe if you like the video. And I'll see you in the next one.